You're wasting your time. Yeah, you're wasting a lot of time. In today's world, nobody has the time to waste because we are always on the move, going to do one thing or the other. And there's so many things that are calling for our attention. You might be a mom, a wife, a student, a C-suite executive, anything. You just have other things that are calling for your attention. So how do you become more productive with your time as a baker? How are you able to balance the time that you have with the so many duties and responsibilities that you have, especially when it comes to baking your cakes? That's what this video is about. Now, if it's something you're interested in and you're thinking of ways to better manage your time, then we're going to be looking at that in this video. Please do not go anywhere. You know how we do it. Get something to eat, drink, relax, and I'll be right back. I don't think I've told you my name. My name is Oluchi, and I am your cake business coach. This is your cake business school where we talk about tips and strategies on how to grow a thriving cake business. I'm a cake artist that is based in Swindon, in the United Kingdom. And if you see my beautiful face for the first time, don't make it your last. Become a member of the family. You've always been here. Thank you so much. Yes, I know I've been away for a while, just posting shorts, but yes, I'm back with more educative cake business content. So please get something to eat, drink, relax, and I'll be right back. And you're welcome back. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is planning. So you need to plan and you need to organize yourself. You need to organize your business. You need to make sure that you're putting things in order. It could be like detailed, well-detailed planning where you're using maybe an app to plan your baking, or you're just doing some mental planning and organization. You know that if I have a cake order, this is when I'm going to go shopping. This is when I'm going to bake. This is when I'm going to make my sugar craft items. This is when I'm going to do this. This is when I'm going to do that. And you have everything just all figured out and neatly put together. It could be writing them in your notepad. You know, this is what you want to do on a certain day. It just helps you keep organized and you are not wasting time. You have everything figured out. You have everything that you need. It is not like on the day you're baking, that's when you're running to the cake shop or you're running to the mall to get cake. You're going to get flour, you're going to get butter, you're going to get eggs or something that you've run out of. So it's good to plan ahead. This way you save yourself time when it actually comes to your baking and to your business. You know what comes when and at what time. So organization is key, planning is key, and you need to bear this in mind. Don't just be all over the place, disorganized, and not knowing what comes when, because you have other things to attend to. You have your family, you have work, you have your studies, you have other responsibilities, maybe other side hustles, business, religious activities, and even entertainment and rest time like recreation. There are other things that you want to do with your time. So make sure that you're planning and keeping yourself organized so you're not wasting time. And what needs to be done gets done in good time. The second thing I'm going to be talking about is shortening your cake order process. I'm going to be making a video if you're interested. If you're interested in learning how to make your cake ordering process easy, please let me know and I will make a video on this, okay? How your cake ordering process should be, using myself as an example, I think. Let me know cake ordering process. Just type a comment, cake ordering process, or you can type I'm interested or yes in the comments and I will make that video available to you by God's grace. So the second thing is cutting down on your cake ordering process. Do not follow the crowd. Some people tend to follow the crowd because you're seeing people put no DMs on their Instagram bio. You're also putting no DMs and you're making it strictly email, or you're making it a particular method. You're using just a particular method for customers to contact you. And it's not always easy for people to use this method. People are looking for convenience. Customers are looking for easy access to you. They're looking for convenience. And I'm sorry, if you're not willing to bend, if you have principles, policies that are cast in stone, that are rigid, that are hard, you might just be losing out on customers, on sales that you should be making. So make your cake ordering process easy, make it seamless, make it straightforward, make it as professional as possible. Now, because you're making it easy doesn't mean it should be unprofessional. It should just not don't make it less professional than it should, okay? But make it easy. Leave different methods, leave different channels for people to reach you. If you're using a cake order form, make it as simple and as easy as possible, but get all the details you need. All of the details you need, make sure you're getting it, but don't make your questions repetitive and people have to spend like 15 minutes, 10 minutes to fill the form, and the cake ordering process is so stressful and people just leave halfway. So make your cake ordering process easy. It's easy for you, it's easy for the customer, and there's less back and forth because you already know what you want and everything goes according to plan. So easy, straightforward, seamless cake order process would help save your time. The third thing I'm going to be talking about is when you're baking, like the actual baking. Now you're baking and you're not preheating your oven. If you're not preheating your oven, you're actually wasting time. Why? Because you start baking, you're not preheating your oven in good time, and when you're done, or maybe 5 minutes before you're done, that's when you start preheating your oven and you have to wait for it to get hot. Of course, you know that you need to preheat your oven so that first of all, your food cooks safely, and then your cakes bake safely in this instance. And then number two, it bakes evenly. So that's why you need to preheat your oven, and you need to do it before you get to the point when you need to put before you get to the point where you need to put your cakes in the oven. So don't be doing that thing where you're baking and you forget to put your cakes in the oven, and you forget to turn on your oven so that it preheats. After having a few experiences with that, I'm like, nah, I'm not going to do this again, because my cakes will be ready and then I'll be waiting for the oven to get to the particular a number of minutes that I need before I put my cakes in the oven. And just that's just time wasting. So please make sure that you're putting on your oven as soon as you should. Right now, I think when I put my eggs, that's when I start preheating my oven, because my cakes need to go in a good time. I know for some people, their recipes call for preheating the oven to a certain degree and for a certain amount of time. So as they start baking, they are putting on their oven to preheat it. Yes, so if this works for you, it is fine. But please do not wait to the last minute before you have to preheat your oven, because waiting for the oven to get hot, you're just wasting time, and time is precious, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay. If you watched the video up to this point and you've learned something new, please give me a thumbs up, a write valuable in the comments as well. Okay. Do not forget to give me a thumbs up and write valuable in the comments if you've learned something new or you're learning more things with regards to saving your time when it comes to baking. The thing I'm going to be talking about is lining your pans. I know that these things are like itty bitty little tiny things here and there that might seem little and inconsequential, but the thing is, they would actually save you time. So you can either you buy pre-cut parchment papers, or you can cut them in bulk. I have some cut down already, and I'm going to cut some more baking down because my business is now picking up and I'm baking more often. So I'm not going to have to wait till the baking day before I cut my parchment papers. So I'll cut them way ahead of time and keep them so that when I need to use them, I just use them. Or if you find it easy to buy pre-cut parchment papers, please go ahead and buy. They are online. You can see them, buy them, so that you know how long it takes to cut parchment papers, right? You know how long it takes for you to do the cutting, the measurements, and the cutting and the lining and everything. So save yourself time by pre-cutting them. Is that a word? Yes. Pre-cut your parchment papers before you get to the day of baking, so that when you're ready to put your cakes, your batter into your pans, it's just a seamless thing. You just get it done and do it. And I find that doing it before you bake actually helps, because your batter will not then be waiting and then you're rushing to line your pans and put your cakes in the oven. So make it easy for yourself by pre-cutting your parchment papers. Another point I'm going to be sharing is this: measure your ingredients. It's called mise en place. Measure your ingredients before you start baking. It helps you, one, avoid mistakes, and then two, you're concentrating on what you're baking and you're not running around, you're not rushing, and you're not over mixing because your eggs are not ready. You're not over mixing your sugar, over beating your sugar and your butter because your eggs are not ready. And so instead of beating for maybe like 10 minutes, you're beating for like 15 because you're still measuring. It is better for you. It saves you time, and it also helps keep you organized, and you make less errors and mistakes when you measure everything. Use your recipe book, or if you have it here, all well and good, but use your recipe book, measure your ingredients, get everything all measured out nice and fine, and then you start beating. Sometimes you might be tempted to start when you beat your sugar and when you've measured your sugar and your butter, to start beating and then measure all the other ingredients. I'm telling you, if you look at it, it really takes time. So it's better you keep your things, measure everything you need, you're organized, so that when it gets to putting in the ingredients, you're just putting, because everything is all measured out nice and fine. I hope this short video helps you, and I hope that it helps save your time when it comes to your cake business. Also, with regards to shopping, we've talked about that. Plan yourself ahead. Make sure that everything is good and fine, so that you're cutting out all the time wasters. And also with social media, let's spend more time, spend less time. I'm laughing because I know that if my husband sees this, be like, are you actually talking to yourself? Or are you actually doing this? Because yeah, I feel that I spend time, although not as much as I used to. So I'm working on helping myself. And I have this break, this timer on Instagram, especially when it's at a certain time, it tells me to take a break. It tells me it's better you log off now. So I log off and I go into quiet mode, and that's it for the day. I don't stay scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And my use of social media is regulated. I think what keeps me online more is maybe editing or creating content. But aside that, using social media, I'm not everywhere. I used to be on TikTok. Right now, I'm on a break from TikTok. So I'm not everywhere and I'm not scrolling endlessly. So that's one valuable point I think I need to mention in this day and time. Don't be carried away with just logging out from one and logging into one and logging out and logging in. And before you know it, your time is gone. So make sure that you're regulating your time, your use of social media. Spend it into doing more productive and profitable things. I tell you, it can be so addictive because you're watching one thing, you're laughing away your time. Before you know it, you've visited like 10, 15 pages, and time, hours. I mean, literal hours have gone and you've not achieved anything meaningful for the day. So please mind your use of social media. Thank you so very much for watching this video. I hope that it was impactful. I hope it was insightful, and I hope you learned something new. Please, let's root for making ourselves more productive and taking care of our cake businesses the way we should. Don't forget to hit the like button and also leave me a kind comment. And don't forget to share with those in your caking community. Until I see my next video, stay happy, stay safe, and stay blessed.